welcome to the online class. So without wasting time, let us move for the topic. See, right to freedom of religion. This is the right to freedom of religion. Religions means you all people know what is mean by the religion. Yes. So today in this session we are going to learn about remaining three fundamental rights of our Indian Constitution. Yes. See, the fourth one is right to freedom of religion. The first point is the citizens of India have the right to accept and follow. They have to accept and follow religion of their own choice. See here, in India, our Indian Constitution has given us to choose any kind of religion. Yes, any kind of religion we can choose. Okay, whichever we have an interest, which kind of religion we had an interest in, that religion we can choose here. Okay, it's not like that we belongs to this and we need to follow this only. Means we belongs to this religion, we need to follow this. Okay, we don't have any kind of restrictions. Yes, whichever religions we have interest, we need to follow those religions practices and all the things. We can choose that religion and we can follow those practice only. Yes, see here. Everyone has the right to observe their religious practices. Everyone has a right to observe their religious practices and also without disturbing peace, discipline, hygiene in mind. See, everybody can accept their lovable religion and also they can follow that religion. Not only that, even we have a right to observe the religion's practices. We can observe the practices. Yes, not only that, that also how we need to how we need to observe that one means without disturbing, that also peaceful, discipline and also hygiene in mind. In this way, we need to observe the religious practices. Yes? Next one. The Constitution also prohibits religious conversion by force, temptation or by falsehood. See, when our Indian Constitution has given us a freedom of religion and also we can observe the religious practices, that also without any disturbing, that also with peaceful discipline. Yes, in the same way, our Constitution also prohibits religions. Yes, religious conversion. Our Indian Constitution prohibits religious conversion by force. Nobody will do here forcefully to you to join this religion only. Okay, if I would get bored with my religion, even I can choose which is very good for me. That religion I can join. Either I can observe that religion practices. That also without making a noise, means without disturbing a peaceful of that religion. I can join that also. Yes. Next, that also religion conversation by force. Nobody will do here for you to force to join this and this only. Okay, whichever you want to join, you can join, you can follow or you can practice those things. Okay. Next, temptation or by falsehood. Means what it means that our Constitution has given us a full kind of freedom. Yes, and it prohibits religious conversion. Do you know what is meaning of conversion? If you don't know the meaning of this conversion, when you will get this video, then write the meaning of this conversion and send it to my number. Okay? Religious conversion by force. Nobody will do you the force. Forcefully you cannot join any kind of religion here. That's completely prohibited by our Indian Constitution. Yes? The fifth fundamental right is that cultural and educational The fifth fundamental right it is. Yes. See here. What cultural and fundamental right tells us? Okay, which are all the freedom or what all kind of rights we will get here. That is, see, let's see that also. Yes. This fundamental rights protects the which fundamental rights? Cultural and educational rights. This fundamental rights protects the cultural and educational interests of the minorities. Do you know minorities means who? Don't know? Let me tell you. Let me give you this homework only. Write the meaning of the minorities and whom we used to call as a minorities. Yes? Understood? When you will get this video, write the meaning of minorities to whom we used to call as a minorities. These two answers you need to write. Okay? See. This fundamental rights protect the cultural and educational interests of the minorities. Means minorities. I will not review the answer here. Okay? See. Next. People have right to protect their own language, script or culture. People have to protect their own language, script and culture. Here government will not protect your language, culture or your script here. Okay? Already government has given you to right to protect your religion or language or script or culture. It's government only already given you to right to protect it. Okay, you have to protect your language, you have to protect your script, your culture, you have to follow it and you have to protect it. Here government will not interfere because it's already given you that right. That's why this fifth cultural and educational fundamental rights tells us that government will not interfere here. Okay, already government given us a freedom to protect the language which we are very comfortable to talk. Okay, language, even script means barabanige. Yes, written thing. Yes. Next, also our culture. Also you have to protect your culture, even your script also. Yes, each and every language has its own script. Yes, some of the languages are not having. Yes, later on we will discuss about that thing. Okay, next. The minorities and manage them. Minorities and manage them. What they used to manage here? Do you know what they used to manage here? These minorities have a right to manage their language and what all are there, what all the practices are there, we need to protect them. Yes, means minorities should be protect the language, script and culture. Not only that, these minorities have to manage those all the culture, script and the language also. Even the education institution of minorities should adhere. They have to follow the rules of the government which already government has assigned. Yes. Now comes the sixth and the last fundamental rights, that is right to constitutional remedies. Right to constitutional remedies. See, a citizen has the right to approach the court of justice in the event of violation of the fundamental rights. See, if suppose we didn't follow the rules or the rights of the fundamentals, yes, some of the means 6 fundamental rights already given by the government to us. Yes, we need to follow those all the fundamental rights. If we never followed those rules, means if we committed any offense, when we people are not following the fundamental rights, that only, or if you people are violating the fundamental rights, that is an offense. Okay, that offense can be punishable for you people. Yes, see, a citizen has a right to approach the court. We can approach the court for the justification. Yes, we can approach the court of justice. We can ask the justice. We can take the help of court and we can ask the justice. Yes, see, in the event of violation of the fundamental rights, if we people are following the fundamental rights or we people are never used to means we people are violating the fundamental rights. Yes, if anybody doesn't follow the fundamental rights or they violated the fundamental rights, we have a right to approach the court to ask the justice. Yes, we can even right to approach the court. We can go to the court and we can approach for the justice. Okay, if anybody violated the fundamental rights here. Yes. Next, this is known as the right to constitutional remedies. See, what is, if I were to ask you what is mean by the constitutional remedies? What is mean by the right to constitutional remedies means the definition of this right to constitutional remedies is this only. A citizen has the right to approach the court of justice in the event of violation of the fundamental rights. This is also called, or this is known as the right to constitutional remedies. Up to here, the definition of the right to constitutional remedies. Yes. Next one. Other rights can be protected by way of protecting this right. See, this sixth right means the constitutional remedies. This is the sixth fundamental rights which our Indian Constitution has given us. This always used to protect the other fundamental rights. Yes, for that purpose only this fundamental right has given our Indian Constitution to us. Yes, this sixth fundamental, means the sixth constitutional remedies, this sixth right always protect the remaining 5 fundamental rights here. Yes. Next, why we need a fundamental rights and duties? Because the fundamental rights and duties mean they are directly, which all are fundamental rights and duties are directly given to its citizen. rights means fundamental rights. Next, any individual, organization or constitution such as parliament, assembly, judicial means official group, and also police department and any other public institutions are restricted from violating them. It means nobody can violate the fundamental rights and even the duties also. Yes. So up to fundamental rights, there are 6 fundamental rights. Yes. You already comes to know that which are the fundamental rights are there and what is the role of that right. You already learned. So in the next session, people will go to learn about the duties of the fundamental right, fundamental duties we will learn. Yes. See. Whomsoever will not violate this one means nobody cannot violate this one. Whether he is a PM, Pradhan Mantri, Narendra Modi, whether PM, whether President of India, whether a common people, yes, nobody can violate the fundamental rights and even the